with the intro. I guess Google is not. Also, a lot of stuff in the Hangouts isn't working anymore anyway. So, all right. Hello, greetings everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight's channeling in the dark. So should be okay. All right. You guys being here, and here we go. Do messages if there are any, and then we'll go into Q&A. So much love, blessings. Here we go. Greetings to you. This is Michael sending you energies in your soul, advancements. Yes, in the coming years, many will become more aware of your energies. Also, be able to open portals, be more clear of it. You're already going through that understanding at this time, but eventually that will become more clear. It's always for only those individuals that wish to connect to that vibration. Also, many souls are going through a soul energy change as their chakras are going through. Yes, you can remove your chakras, that's fine, but also have there's always some kind of replacement there of some kind. As basically other energy forms grow back in some way. It's different for everybody. But as for your chakra energies will also develop differently as they go through energy changes. You are going through your shift. Some, yes, do out their chakras. It depends, depending on the vibration they're at. They can, yes, be possible, depending on what you feel comfortable with. Do you have a replacement or no replacement, whatever is working for you at this time. So much of that vibration will shift. And yes, Egypt does play a big role because it has a spiritual energy that goes throughout the world. And so most likely be able to connect to those energies. Doesn't mean you have to, but some do. They connect to different places. Tibet also, and Antarctica has a lot of spiritual vibrations around it also. As you become more aware, some are already connected to these energies. You can connect to Greenland, you can connect to the areas around you, but if you feel it's a low vibration, you can ask for assistance somewhere else that is of a high energy. So blessings to you, your soul development. Love. Greetings to you. I am Zander, a tall white. Yes, we are. There's many that are tall whites connected to your world as just refugees from their own planets. So they found Earth as a refuge. And yes, many are involved with much of your Earth activities at this time. I am one of those refugees, but my connections are in Agartha as a safe solitude for many of us. But we do assist your planet as for its atmosphere and energies around the Earth, is basically assisting it as much as we can to keep our home, as it is yours, safe from nefarious beings. And yes, some of the tall whites have gone, to the dark side. That is their choice, as they feel that is the only way to go. I mean, they don't feel that it is of the darkness, though. They feel that is their choice. And so you might see them within the military, and they're even very vicious to be around because they want to just protect their family. They don't really want anyone to truly bother them. But also they want to prolong their existence here because many alien beings have been tricked by other alien beings, so safety is very important. When you find peace within yourself, you definitely do not have to worry, but some do not have. Their peace is quite a different type of peace. It is a kind of a worry type of peace. So our energies are with you, assisting in your ascension process. And I am being here to help you with your questions also. There's many of us here to assist when you are ready.
Welcome, Xander. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much.
First, we have Daria.
Hey, Zander.
Greetings to you.
Hey. Thank you. And I'd like to ask, I'm in a change, which leads to changing my...
Yes.
Okay. It leads to change of living, like house. And I'm currently checking my banks around. And I got a loan, but do you think if I look further, I can get a better loan?
Yes, but do see you. Having assistance with this financial situation would probably be good also. Meaning another party.
What?
Another party being on that would be good.
Another person?
Yes. Okay. Is what I see from my perspective.
Okay.
But yes, continue on your search. Yes.
Okay. So and then I have. Do you have any messages personally from yourself to me?
Yes, there are many protective energies around you at this time. Many of them are around your area. Many of them are of Agartha. Agarthian beings do visit you. There are fairy-like beings in human form that are around you. You don't necessarily have to see them, but you might catch their eye. As they do come out, sometimes at night, sometimes during the day. You might not notice them, but they do wander around. But usually they're in a fourth dimension. So you might get the idea of their presence. And they usually go in groups.
My house? My house?
They do visit when it's okay with you, yes.
Right, okay.
Normally it's a female energy that does appear.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Well, I'll connect to that later on. And then I have Sven Carlson question. He has basically, what kind of messages do you have for him and from his spirit guides? That's it.
One moment. Wait, do not overrule other decisions to be made. There doesn't seem to be some kind of change in the horizon of some kind to just have his options open, basically. Maybe a job change or a life change he's looking for. So it depends. Well, it's not something he's going to rush into, for what I see. His guides are with him. Just trust his intuition. He's not always trusting what's around him, but also there's not a lot of action in his life, from what I see. So also that might help him feel a bit better if he finds a way to liven things up, try something different. That's up to him.
Yes. And spirit guide, any messages?
One moment. He is one that works out, correct?
Yes.
Don't lift too much weight. He seems to be pushing his limits recently, from what they are saying. We used to be careful. Also, see, I know orange juice to be good for his diet. I'm not sure if he's connecting with that, but it would be good to help. The acid with it will help him, his digestion system. At least that's what their guides are saying at this time. If that's
okay, cool. I'll give him the message. Thank you,
yes.
and have a good channeling and night.
Yes, blessings.
All right. Up next is Kingsley. Kingsley. Okay, I will move on to the next person and go back. Up next is Blue.
Hello, was it Zander?
Xander.
Zander, thank you.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I really don't know what to ask, but I think I will ask that. Is there a message from my guides to my current situation, life?
Yes, one moment. Just to think positively, things will change for the better. It might take a couple of months for it to go into the direction that you're looking for, but just to be outspoken. The more outspoken you are, the better. That is what they're saying. It's basically to put your, but yes, the best, just basically the more communicative you are, the better. That's what they're saying at this moment.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, the next question is, what have I been doing in Astral lately?
I see yes, might find this strange, but I see a lot of Aztec beings around you, connected to Sirius. They have been visiting you, at least, and you have not been visiting them. They've been coming to you. As there's a lot of earth changes on the way of this world to make you aware of at least their perspective of it. As there's much going on in the timelines, of course, and you have been involved. It does also seem like the Iran situation also, you have been in Astral, and you've been there during that situation, let's put it that way, as a recent events that occur. So there's a lot more going on than what the headlines are saying, of course. Of course, I'm not going into details of that. But there is another level that's going on. And it actually is connected very much to the Anunnaki, to give you more of an understanding of it. That's it.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
I think I get that. Cutting all ties.
Yes, you're right.
Well, thank you very much. That was it for me. And goodbye, Zander Talwite.
Yes, blessings to you.
Blessings.
Thank you. I have Kingsley is up next, and I have his questions.
Please, yes.
He says, greetings to you. I'm Kingsley. I would like to know if there are any messages for me.
Yes, there's a lot of blue Palladian energies around him at this time. He is connecting to much of the Nordic energies of the Palladians as for, I believe, for protection reasons, because he's going to get a lot of attention in his future, so he's learning how to protect his energies at this moment. So it's another reason why he has not gone to full force with his powers yet, because he has to learn how to guard himself. So there's also, I see, invisibility as another talent of his. Now that one, yes, takes some time to master. Yeah, I would be careful with that one. But yeah, some people think they're invisible, but they're not invisible. So, but that one is one you can also practice with.
Thank you. He has a second question. He says, I am interested in the secret space program because they train human beings to develop their natural abilities to protect humans on Earth. How would I be able to join this program?
Well, I believe astrally you are involved in some ways, but not fully at this time. But it is an astral connection, so in your meditations basically is probably the easiest for you at this moment to basically see what you are, visualize what you feel like the space program looks like. Basically, of course, always make sure you're at the right place, because some reptilians like to put you somewhere else. Oh yeah, you're here, and you're actually somewhere else. So just your basically it's your meditation will help you with that. So blessings soon.
Thank you. Up next is Logan.
Greetings, hello.
Greetings to you. Yes.
Yes, this is Logan. My first question is, which beings put a triangle marking on my chest?
The only ones I'm seeing at this time around you are the Zetas. They just marked you for a moment. Is it a physical mark or is it a light one or
Physical. It's in the shape of a triangle.
Yes, it's a Zeta group. They're with the reptilians from what I see. They're not the friendly ones. They're just apparently been in their business recently, at least in your astral. So they kind of just keep an eye on this one. Now, I don't believe they have attacked you. They're just keeping an eye on you. So you have been snooping around some of their operations, it seems. But they're also losing their power also in some areas around the Earth. So that's what I see at this moment.
My second question is, are there any messages for me at this time?
Not to worry of what is going. This is normal, but also it shows that you're standing your ground, meaning they did threaten you in astral, and you just kind of just brush it off. So just keeping an eye on it, meaning you're not afraid of them. And so basically your guides around you just say continue on. You weren't doing anything. You weren't really crossing the line or anything like that. So you're just in a place that they did not want you, but you weren't any like illegal places. Let's put it that way. So just continue on your way as you feel. So,
thank you.
Of course, this is an astral. It's not the easiest to connect to, but that's what's going on.
Try.
Yes. Blessings.
Thank you. Up next is Umberto.
Greetings to you, if you are there.
Was that me?
Umberto. Umberto.
No, it was not.
Okay. Well, then I am next.
Yes.
I don't dream a lot, so I had a dream today. It was very vivid, in which I was in Dr. Crandall's office. And it wasn't his real office in real life, but it was in a basement of a house that's recurred in many dreams through the years. And I was reading through some of his things in the basement of this building. I hear a noise, I scramble, I put some books in a bag. My daughter shows up and I hear her telling someone that I knew to be careful about driving their car on snow because the hydraulics weren't built for it. And I was sneaky. I was being sneaky about it. So I'm just curious if you can tell me what that was about.
Well, it looks like you went to this person's dreamscape, their dream world, and you took some information there. I mean, now you did not, you did not remove it from this person, but you did take knowledge from this person that you will use at a later time, from what it seems. And so I believe it was welcome, but your daughter was there for protection purposes, to basically watch her back. So it was kind of like a heist in some ways. So once again, it doesn't look like it was negative to go and do that, but apparently there's some information I was unwilling to give you and other landscapes, so you just went ahead and grabbed it yourself, what it seems. So I believe it'll be beneficial in the long run.
Any topic coming to you?
A topic is they're not. It's obviously secret for a reason. It will come to you eventually.
Okay.
At least publicly, they're not going to go into it. It has to, well, I get relationships, but
Okay.
this could be friends, this could be personal, it could be anything.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Yes.
My next question is if I have any messages that could really help me out of where I am in my process right now. I don't know. I need some movement.
Always, moment. A nature walk would be good every once in a while, or at least a walk in general, basically. What they're saying is basically when you just walk around your area, just walking outside, just say, but also leave all this trouble behind you, is what they say. Just put in your mind, just like, I don't leave all this, whatever it is that I can let go of, please. Basically asking the universe to do this. And just allow these things to remove from your mind. You're just it's like a cleanse of some kind. It's basically a walk outside because you're leaving wherever it is that this process is going is good. Just say outside would be good. Basically, just ask for all of this to be released. What you can at least allow you to be released, or all of it. I believe you will feel better in some way, and others can use this also.
Thank you very much.
Yes, blessings to you.
Thank you, Xander. All right, up next is Umberto.
Hello, I'm not ready with my second question. Can you go to the next person and I'll be after them?
Okay.
Up next is Bobby's questions. I have them.
Yes.
His first question, he would like to know if anybody, guides, angels, or soul group has a message for him at this moment.
It is kind of cryptic. This is the eye of the needle. Basically, you are getting closer to what you are looking for. I believe it's mostly spiritually at this time. On a physical level, yes, it's going to be a bit more difficult to reach the goal that he's looking for, but spiritually, it does seem like he's coming to a place where he feels more at a spiritual level where he feels a little bit more comfortable. He's allowing a lot of negative residue to release. So he's in a better state of mind than he used to be, at least spiritually, from what I see. Life situations, of course, is a different situation. But with him in the spirit world, it seems to be getting stronger. Blessings.
Thank you. He has a second question.
Yes.
He would like to know if there is a message from any of the beings around him recently.
There's been a lot of Arcturian energies around him in his dream world protecting him, because an astral is going to places probably where he should not be going, but is going there to learn. So he's being protected. They do kind of pull him back, say, all right, no more of this. So it's kind of like he's going to the neutral zone, as you would say. Areas where he probably should not be going, but he's going there to learn. It's like some place like forbidden zones that do exist, but he's not there long enough for it cause any difficulties. But they're staying long enough as long as he can to get whatever information he's looking for. It has to do with the economy. It has to do with alien arrivals. It has to do with stuff like that. Blessings.
Thank you. Up next is Nick.
Blessings, Zander.
Yes, greetings to you.
First question is just with recent interactions, recent dealings, recent stuff I've been able to identify, attachments, implants in others. I'd just like to get spirit's interpretation of the difference or differences between a two-dimensional human being, a physical two-dimensional human being, and a physical six-dimensional human being. I'm interpreting what I'm interpreting, but I wanted to get spirit's interpretation.
Yes, one moment. Well, also it feels like your energies have upgraded recently, so you become more aware of this. is a gift or positive karma from what I see. But as for the two-dimensional being around you at this, or what you are seeing, is, yes, you can say it's like a micro being. It is an energy that it can physically connect to someone, meaning it can be like a virus of some kind that you're seeing. But it can be of a two-dimensional energy, but it can't go into the physical. As a sixth dimension is basically unlikely to go physical. No, it's not possible in this third dimension, but they can be a lot worse, depending on if they're bringing negativity. Yes, they can make one very sick. Of course, the other can, but the sickness can go on forever. A two-dimension is not so long usually, but a sixth dimension can usually last. It's more like a dark entity type of vibration. Of course, others interpret it different in their perspectives, but this is one perspective. So
I see. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for that, Xander.
Yes.
Second questions. Any messages from Spirit?
One moment. Yes, you connected to like a King Arthur energy, meaning you're cutting through what is wrong. You are seeing things that are wrong, and so you're going after them, not worldwide, but in what is around you. So you are giving extra assistance because of this. It's kind of like you're going out of your way in some instances. So with this also brings in extra abilities over time. So extra sensories, what is needed for this dimension. So that's the message at this moment.
All right. Blessings. Thank you.
Thank you. Up next is Umberto.
Hello, greetings.
Greetings to you.
Thank you. My first question. I've heard different disciplines advise not to eat onions and garlic. I'm also aware of scientists who say onions and garlic lower brainwave cycles. I wanted to know how much of this is true, at least with me and my body.
It's what you allow it to do. I don't believe it lowers. This is just one scientific point of view, from what I'm saying. But it does not cause you any difficulties. For some, with onions, it gives them more of a stimulation. Basically, it just kind of wakes you up. So it's like caffeine, but in an onion version of it. There's nothing wrong with it, though. It's not causing any brain. For some, it might, yes. But for you, I don't believe so. Let's put it that way. It's a very small amount if it does that.
Oh wow! So I would be able to like achieve like 40 cycles per second and still be eating onions and garlic.
I believe you would be fine with this. This is kind of like a nonsense type of study. But yes, I believe it'll be fine. It affects such a small percentage of it.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
My second question. I'm eating meat so I can sleep on time because I need to wake up every day at the same time.
Yes.
I'm aware of how animals are treated and the toxins they are given and live around. Buying meats of better quality can be pricey. I wanted to know how much you would recommend buying regular meats, if at all, or if buying better quality meats is a better idea for my health in the long run.
Well, you are aware of your energy vibration, so you can do a blessing for whatever type of food that is there. So removing, you might have to spend a little bit more time. What you feel that is there that needs to be removed, and you can do this with your own vibration. Let's put it that way. So all meats have some kind of chemical within them, yes. So what you feel, how much energy, like a blessing basically on it. What kind of words does it need to remove this that doesn't affect you in a negative way? I believe you will be fine, whatever meat you choose in the long run. So
interesting. So even blessing, you're saying, would help me with clearing out like antibiotics and preservatives.
It's energy that basically you're just not allowing it in your system. You're not allowing it to affect you. Let's put it that way.
Interesting.
Yes, it depends on how much energy you put into it. I believe you'll be fine with this.
Well, thank you. You just helped me save more money. Thanks.
Yes, it's also a ploy to get more money out of people too. So
Fascinating. Thank you. Blessings.
All right, Xander. Maz P is up next, and I have his questions. First, he says, greetings.
yes.
He would like to know if he has any hybrid children. And if he does, any details would be a bonus.
Well, I see Nordic beings as a hybrid Pleiadian beings, 3 of them. I believe 2 boys and 1 girl from what I'm seeing. But I believe also we have other hybrid children. Of course, that's what I'm connected to. You just also see 3 others that are feline. And they're not giving away their genders at this time. So the 3 humans are, well, they're Pleiadian. They're not too far from this world from what I see.
Congratulations, Maz. His second question, he would like to know if there are any messages for him, please.
Yes, there's been a lot of Zeta activity around him recently because of the AI energies that are going on in the Earth. Basically, I believe Maz is getting a update. Basically, the idea is to have it of a more positive reaction to Earth, and also allowing more alien energies to enter, basically in the physical. So you can say some of this AI is like knocking at the door of the aliens to say, we're ready for you to, ready for your interaction too. So it is not just Zetas, but at this point, that is what's around him at this moment. That is all I can say publicly. Blessings.
Thank you. Up next is Martin.
Hello.
Yes, greetings to you.
Hi.
Yes.
Today and yesterday, I've had these really powerful, almost overwhelming surges of energy. Can you tell me what that is and like what I did right to trigger them into happening?
Well, it seems like you allowed it to come through. Before it was like, I'm not sure if I want to go through that. And now you felt that now is the time to, basically, it's like a spiritual upgrade. Your dreams should also be affected by it, and it's just basically, it seems like also you passed the test that you were going through. I believe this is mostly an astral from what I'm saying. So, yes, they're not going into the details of this test, but it has a lot to do with the 3rd dimension. Is basically things in your 3rd dimension. Basically, your manifesting abilities should improve slightly over time. That helps.
Okay, thank you. That helps. Morgan told me her dog needs surgery and she might not be able to get the money together and she might have to put her dog down. Is there any like uplifting messages around that subject or even from her dog?
Well, there's also before she goes in, there's also if she wants to do those funding that's on your internet, just to spread the word to see if you can get any funding from anybody. It's worth a shot. I believe it will work, but I don't have 100% on that. Your GoFundMe's and those type of things. It's up to you.
Gotcha.
If she wants to go in that direction. Yes. Yes.
Okay. I also have questions for Marvin tonight.
Yes.
He would like to know, does he have any messages?
One moment. Yes, apparently there's a lot of Zeta. There's a lot of Zeta energies around him at this moment also. Basically, also Arcturian vibrations as for what is to come. Basically, Marvin's been trying to get more info into what the future holds. And they're kind of reluctant, but he is kind of having a conversation back and forth. So they go on to other topics, but I believe the first contact information he will get closer to. You will have an intuition of it, at least versions of it over time. Thank you.
Okay, and he would like to know what he's been doing in Astral.
Working with the Pleiadians, but also, yes, Diamond Cities and the Pleiades basically has been going to for higher information. He's been bringing it, now he's most likely not allowed to bring it back into his human form yet, but he is gathering as much information as he can. So when time is right, where you can bring this out, they're not saying when that will occur. It most likely will be little by little. It won't be all at once, but it'll just happen. It's working within his intuition. It's basically for him to be more aware of the alien presence around him. So it's kind of like it's sneaking around him for good reason. So at least his abilities are being heightened slightly. Let's put it that way. Lessons.
All right, thank you.
Yes. Lessons.
Thank you. Up next is Braden, and I have his questions. As first, he would like to know if there are any messages from the Tall Whites.
Ah, yes. Yes, he is greatly protected at this time. He has been talking to the Anunnaki recently and Arcturian races. There's been several groups of them recently. As for what is coming in your physical form, as there's been, yes, many missions actually changed, many directions, many aliens are going in another direction as for assistance of the Earth. And of course, it's kept quiet, but it's much... Many agendas are shifting. Also, with the government is shifting. That's all I can say at this moment.
Okay. His second question, he would like to know if there are any other important messages from his higher self or those around him.
Well, yes, part of him is trusting more of the Anunnaki. At one time, he was not too trusting of them, but they have earned his trust recently, so that has a lot to do with the moon. Not to go into too much detail of that, there's a lot of movement on the moon. So a lot of the beings he talks to in astral are on the moon to give him more understanding. And also the sun, but that's for him to connect with. Blessings.
Okay. Thank you. Up next is, hold on, I just got lost. I think Ammy.
Hello, how are you?
Yes, greetings to you.
Greetings. I just want to know if there are any messages for me that I need to know.
One moment. Yes, you have many options available to you at this time. And one moment is, they just say to take, yes, education is key at this moment. And not to do anything drastic at this time. Go by what you feel. If there's a move you feel like you need to do, but education is very important at this moment because it goes into your future. Blessings.
Okay. And my next question is if you have any messages for my intuitive abilities coming in. And if you don't mind sending me a healing, because I found out that I have like 5 hernias in my back now.
One moment. Just say, well, water will help with a lot of this. I believe you're already aware of that, but drinking lots of water will help. But also, yes, purified water will be good for this moment. One moment. As for your ability as well, once you start feeling better, your abilities will open up more. Basically, just take as much rest as you can. That's the only message we have at this time. With that matter.
Thank you very much.
Yes, blessings.
Blessings.
Thank you. Up next is Stephen.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings to you. Yes.
Much love. How are you doing?
I am doing well. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I was wondering if you can connect with the dreams I've been having with here lately. Like there's one in particular that I was in like a room and there's this being that was laying down and I was doing some type of chanting of a language or something at first. And they said, no, not right now. I guess we had to wait till he's asleep or unconscious. And then after he fell asleep or whatever, I started chanting this. He looked human at first. But then once I started speaking this language, he started changing into some, like all I can refer to like a demon type of energy. It's just he was really like green. His eye, he started becoming green and real just weird looking, and just other dreams. Just wonder if you can connect with that and have more information. Thank you.
Well, yeah. So go into why you are remembering your dreams so clearly before I go into your dream meeting. Is you're very connected to the Arcturians from what I see. You go into like an Arcturian bubble. So they are protecting you, but also you're part of their starseed energy from what I'm picking up on. Why you're able to remember it so clearly. It does have a lot to do with your mission also. I believe you have some awareness of that. It's also is mostly to protect you from what I pick up, that's for sure. One other, yes, your dream is basically, this person is basically connecting to the negative forces, the brainwashing going on in your world. They're basically those that are listening to demonic music or Rihanna, for example, and a person can turn into a demon listening to this stuff. It just is possession. So this person is slightly possessed, not fully possessed, but they can turn into, like, you know, why some people are fine, but then they go against their family and do something violent. That is a slight demonic possession that's going on. So that's what you're seeing. And I believe you're helping that person also. So they weren't too keen. Well, you went to visit this person from what I see. So that's what's going on there.
Yeah, because it felt like I was like extracting that energy out of them or something.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you mean by visiting this person? Was that physically? Like I did have a couple meetings with this guy named Michael, and he invited me. And he's a Pleiadian. He's in process of, you know, is he talking about physically or astrally?
I believe it's mostly astrally. Physically, it's not going to work. So astrally, this, you know, you're just your second meeting basically. It's like, oh, I see you have a problem here. I'm here to help. You know, so that's why I say that.
Definitely, thank you. Second question, real quick, is I have been here lately around my job and stuff. I've been getting a lot of feelings. I used to just use like the violet flame and the golden light and stuff to cleanse and purify any energies I just have a feeling for. But here lately, I've been getting a lot of feelings of pink energies and unicorn energies. The unicorn energies have been coming really strong with me lately. I was wondering if you can connect with my unicorn family and if they have any messages for me or any open. Thank you.
Well, yes, many dimensions on your world have been shifted recently, so you can receive more Agarthian. Well, that gives you an idea that the Agarthian energies are becoming more and more involved with humanity. So people will start to change, and some people might even get very depressed because they're feeling that love, and then they wake up in the third dimension and they're like, oh, I want to go back to that world. So yeah, it has a lot of yin and yang to it, but yes, you're basically, they're assisting you, but just more the Agarthian beings are coming more connected to the earth, basically. And you're just witnessing the beginning stages of it.
Sweet, thank you. Much love.
Thank you. Up next is Terrence.
Greetings to you, Terrence.
Terrence?
We have an audio problem.
Let's see if he's on here. Okay. Up next is Brooke.
Hello.
Yes.
I apologize in advance. There's a huge thunderstorm happening, so it might be kind of loud.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So my first question is something that has been puzzling me for well over a decade, which is I used to experience extremely regular, almost daily, what is referred to as like fugue state dissociations, like complete blackout from a sense of self, but I would still be awake and doing things and would come to, you know, between 30 minutes to an hour or several hours later, having like done my homework and talked to my family and eaten dinner and cut myself a whole bunch. But like, it's usually considered so rare in human psychology that I had a lot of doctors think that I was making it up. And mainly my question is like, was that actually a dissociative fugue state or something else? Because it doesn't make sense and I have no idea how it came to pass.
You're saying, I'm not sure if I'm understanding all of this. You're losing time.
I was, yeah, like for a decade. I went from age like 5 to 16. I used to
Okay.
lose huge chunks of time.
Okay, thank you. That helps. Yes, you're reconnecting more. Well, before I go into that, you're also known as a white witch. I'm not sure if you're aware of that.
Nope.
Yes, that is another reason why you're not now interesting enough, because I'm getting something different what others see. You came to this world kind of on a whim. I don't think you're actually meant to come into this world. So you're kind of phoning it in sometimes. So during that time, it's like, I'm here, but I'm going to go back to my galactic family that you're connecting to. I believe part of it's Palladium. They're not really making themselves queer for a good reason, but some of it is Palladium. I believe there's another species there, but they're not making themselves known. So,
Arcturian, I know that one.
yes, that might be the one that's either way. Yes, they're keeping things quiet for some reason. But what's going on is basically you're coming as in youth. Basically, much of your work is off planet.
Oh.
And so, what's going to come in is they don't want to give all the details away, but basically we're not really meant to come into this world from what I'm gathering. So you just kind of like, oh yeah, with your mom's, hey, come on in. It's like, okay, or just it looks like, because you look at the timeline, it's like if it's going to help if I'm here or not going to help, and apparently it looked like you're going to help. So you chose to come in. So it was like on a last minute. Entering basically. So because your work was not finished on other places, so you came in here and then you have your lost time because you're still working on other world plans. That's what they're allowing me to see. Yeah. So it was not just one place you went to. You went to several.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
That's weird. And then my second question is dipped. Fuck. Sorry, I keep saying fuck.
No worries.
My second question was, fuck me. It completely flew out of my head. Okay, in that case, I'll just ask a general one because it's on my mind. So a friend of mine has been listening to a Flat Earth podcast a lot, and it's been driving me nuts because they're like, oh, dinosaurs aren't real. Like, I dug one out of the ground. But essentially my question is like, is the whole thing like, oh, Earth isn't a globe and space doesn't exist? That's horseshit, right?
Well, space does. Well, it depends on what reality you connect to.
Mm-hmm.
Your world could be on a spaceship, as far as you know.
Yes.
So it depends on what reality. So what people are connecting to different realities, and so it does not mean those realities are wrong. The flat Earth is, depending on where you are on this world, it looks pretty flat to some, and because it is. So there is not. It's yes, that's for a whole nother connection, but I don't believe the flat Earth is wrong. It is.
No, so like I did think the possibility that like the Earth could be flat, but we interact with so many alien species, it seemed crazy to think that space wouldn't exist, because where else would they live unless we're interacting in a planar way, like a multi-planar dimensional way.
Yes, you are in a multi-plane dimension. Where there are dimensions where space does not exist. It's basically a spaceship, or yes, your world's on another world basically, and beings are just coming to your planet. Yes, it gets very strange as you go off into the other worlds. But yeah, space does exist for the most part. Okay. At least in this reality.
Well, all right. And apologize for saying the F word so much, and thank you very much.
Yes, we take all those words and put butterflies on them. It's okay.
I appreciate it.
That's my girl. Up next is Lucy.
Hello. Sorry.
Yes. Blessings to you.
Hi.
Yes.
I had done my tarot quite correctly on my ad, so I was prepared for the doctor visit I had yesterday, and I'm in agreement with some decisions, but he was I was attacked, and there was no, it's like, even my private doctor that I've had my entire life, it's the only doctor I've ever had to move into this corporate medicine hub because of insurance, and even he's changing. I doubt he's going to even stay, but I love him. But what can you tell me about the incidents of yesterday? Am I going to be staying with the doctor in question, or will I be moving, finding a better one? Is there a better one for me? Because I only have one shot, because this is the law here. You can only switch primary whatever's one time. And
Well,
so
yes.
yeah, he I would like to know. I just don't think he had my best interest in mind. This is somebody who has me waiting in his waiting room for 2.5 hours,
Yes, that's
because he's talking to drug reps.
Yes. It would be, yes, it would be best you find somebody that is, what I see is somebody that will be younger and more qualified from what I am picking up, and they do exist. And I believe you will find this person also, what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I was upset because I was prepared, but I acted out anyway, and I was totally not into doing that, and I feel like I lowered myself, and so I'm just, yeah.
Well, it feels like this doctor is getting tired too, so he's kind of, you can say, phoning it in some cases. So
Okay.
he might not be the best one to treat you either, especially if he's making you wait for such a long time. He's kind of getting more lazy from what I see.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's up to you. I believe you'll be successful in finding this new doctor, though, from what I pick up.
Okay, that's great. And
Yes.
if you could send me healing,
Yes,
that would be great.
I will do.
Physical healing.
Yes.
And my last question would be, where is my human soul tribe, and will I be moving there?
On this world or on other?
On this world, in this life.
Well, only thing I am seeing will be, well, one moment. I don't believe moving there physically. Well, possibly. Well, I do see your connection with the Indians very strong, but they're not really saying what tribe you're connected to. I don't believe you're looking for that, but that is what I'm seeing. You have a lot of that energy with you from what I see.
Right.
Well, if there's a place that you will ever move, Montana has a strong energy with you.
Oh.
I know.
I've never even seen snow. Okay, Montana.
Something to think about. Doesn't mean you have to move out there right away, but I do see your...
I'm ready. I feel like stealing a U-Haul truck. I'm getting lost in the mountains.
Well, your energies from past lives are very connected to that area. So it's something, you can meditate on.
Montana.
Yes.
And do you have a time frame?
Not at this time. Well, Montana, Utah also is a strong energy around. But Montana seems to be the best results as for incarnation, but it's still up to you in that area. The Old West is where you're... A lot of positivity happen. As for time frame, they say it's up to you at this time.
Great.
There's no time frame. It's what you set, basically.
Right.
So
great.
And you can extend it whenever you want. So there's no set time.
So that's where my human soul tribe, I can find them.
I believe so. It will take some time to find it, but yes.
Okay, thank you. And I love you.
Blessings to you. Yes, send you energies.
Thank you. Up next is Terrence.
Greetings. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Greetings to you.
Okay. So I've been really exhausted lately for like no apparent reason, and I just want to know if it's related to what I'm doing at Astral, and if so, what have I been doing at Astral lately?
Yes, I do see you, whatever form you choose. I do see a feline presence, but that's whatever you choose. You're assisting much of the Palladians as for human interaction of how that will play out. It does seem like many, I can't give away anything, but yes, alien and human are getting stronger as for physical connections. So you're assisting much of that. And you can say you're working overtime. This has been going on for a while, of course. Not something to just think of right away, off the cuff and just say, let's just do that. This has been going, but it seems like they're gearing up. Let's put it that way. So that's all I can reveal at this moment. But I also see you around sacred sites, around Tibet in different areas. You can use your energy to connect with that without revealing everything.
Thank you. My second question, are there any messages for me?
One moment. Yes, grounding is good at this moment to help lift your, I believe you do ground already, but grounding would be good. Yeah, ask assistance for grounding your energies, basically. Yes, because there's going to be kind of a turbulent time. Not necessarily on the physical, but energy-wise, you might feel very high at one day, very low. And that's not just you, it's just others. Just, the Earth is going to go through many shifts before it has alien-human interaction. So it is just, you will get more downloads on this. They'll be cryptic, I believe, from what I see. They might not tell you the whole deal, but they'll give you, they just show that we're working on it, from what I see. So, yes, they're holding back a lot at this moment. So, blessings.
Thank you.
Yes.
Up next is China.
Greetings, Zander.
Yes, greetings to you.
Greetings. How are you today?
I am doing well, thank you.
Yeah, that's good. Well, I'm not. I do not exactly know where to begin to ask this, but I am very much accused of manipulating a few persons. I don't do that, and when I say I'm going to do something, I will do it. I mean it. And this is something personal that is painful for me, that I need to fix before I can keep my promise. So I don't know how to, how to make a specific person understand that.
Moments. Well, this person, yes, trying to get you to do what they want, from what I see. So basically, just to pull, what I've received from your guys, just to pull back, do what's right for you. So protect yourself. If that makes sense. But make yourself known, or what's on your mind, of course.
Yeah, because I'm actually always honest with what I'm saying. So otherwise, I wouldn't say it.
Yes, the other person's not liking what they're hearing. That's all.
Okay.
But your guys say keep doing it. This person's going through a lot of healing, a lot of selfishness there on that person for what we were seeing. That's why the manipulations are there.
Yeah, because this is true. Actually, it's 3 persons who have accused me of this, and one of them I actually got rid of, but I was truthful to her, so she's out of the picture. But now it's just 2, and I do love them very much, and I just wish they stopped accusing me for, manipulating.
Well, what they're doing is they're trying to hold on. They're timeline manipulators. They want to have the timeline the way they want it. Of course, they don't know that, not in the 3D, but that's what's going on. And these other individuals are following that too. So.
Okay. Thank you for that. Yes. Is there any messages from maybe you to me or anyone?
Yes. Well, your angels is saying just, yes, ask for their, well, you already asked for their assistance, but also to push away those negative energies, because there's negative energies around those individuals that's influencing them.
Yeah.
And yes, your guide says, yes, chocolate's a good thing to connect with to help you clear out their frustration.
Chocolate.
Yes.
I love that.
Just a little, there's not a lot, but it will help. Well, yes, because these individuals are trying to do mind control, as you can see, probably. So they're trying to get into your mindset. It works with others, not working with you. So.
Yeah, I think I'm hard to yeah, what you said, just said, mind.
Yes, I see.
Yeah, let into my mind like that. But because what I'm feeling is that it is like negative energies around me also. I don't know where they come from, but you know, I sleep a lot, so maybe it's, you know,
Yeah,
something.
some reptilians come through portals around you. They just manifest themselves there. And so you might be able to start seeing them as the earth begins to change, shift more into more of an awareness of what's going on. So blessings to you.
Yes, much love, dear, and blessings.
Blessings.
Thank you. Up next is Carrie.
Hi, I'm going to try to make this quick.
Yes.
I'm kind of involved with this guy, and I'm just wondering what's wrong with him. Like, he's acting very weird. And when I look into his energy, I see a lot of black and then sometimes some red, but he's just very odd. I'm wondering if you could tap into that.
There is, yes. Well, there's an archon energy around him. He's kind of given into it before he met you. Sometimes he comes out of it. Sometimes he's stuck in it. It's kind of like a Dr. Jekyll type of situation. There is a red reptilian around him that is not very friendly. And there's two black reptilian or darker colored reptilians around him. But the archon basically energies around his mental state. It's basically to drown out. Basically, you're using him to kind of like attack you in some ways. What is he? I'm not sure if he attacked you at all, but the friend did not think clearly. So.
Okay, thank you. And then are there any messages for me, please?
Yes, use the angel energy to protect you, or maybe even get away from this person. It's up to you. You can also send an angel light to his mind. You probably already have done that, but you might feel like a webbing, kind of like around his mental state, even like a tar around his mind. You might see some of that because it's trying to take over his thinking altogether. And I'm not fully taken over. Sometimes he's himself, sometimes he's not himself. So he goes in and out. So it's up to you what you feel comfortable with.
Yeah, I've been given messages like 3 different times to stay away from him. But thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here tonight, Xander.
Yes,
it's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Yes, and also for tall whites, realize also a lot of us are coming threes. So if you see one, there's usually 2 others, so that you know. So blessings to you. Yes, it's very enriching for us. Thank you. Blessings.
Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. All right. Anybody have a blessing?
Welcome back, Ivan.
Thank you.
And Stephen would like to give a blessing.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ivan. Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. You definitely have another career, it seems.
Totally. Ayatu sayan anayati kehena amanayatu saka shoto ananaya seata anayata monayatse etehenaya potakeranayata asananayata ete eto kaata pianayatu satatene. Namaste.
Thank you. Yeah, with Stevens, I felt kangaroo around that, so I don't know if he connects with that, but
Sweet, I will. Thank you.
Kangaroo, I got there. So, all right, blessings, everyone. Have a great night. Take care.